All right, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we doing today, folks? Let's get this all shared around, do the doobly-doo, and all this other good stuff. A little project to go on, and yeah. Oh, boy. What episode are we here? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just a post for the Facebooks. The Book of Faces. Yeah, so, alright, we got that. And then let's get the chat popped out. Copy OBS and all right, and the chat is live. So good morning, guys, and how are we doing today? I have a little project here I'm actually working on, so let's let that light equal out there. First full week of daylight savings time, and yeah, it's kicking my butt pretty good. Oh, Alan, good morning. How are we doing today, brother? So here's the project I'm working on. It's basically a tool carrier, tool pouch, but it has a pocket in the back for like phones and head stuff, for a phone and headphones. And then the only thing I have left to do is put the bucket section on the pouch, but I want to put a gusset in all the way around it. That's what we're going to be doing. And a lot of trimming and a lot of resin. This thing is stiff as a board. And for most of it, I use pretty thin leather, which is kind of surprising. Like, I mean, all right, it's wet molded, for the tools, so that makes sense why it's so stiff, but it's still stiffer than I imagined. How many times can I stay stiff in 2.5 minutes? So I got my coffee, I got some cookies, so let's have a good time. Oop. Take these guys off. So Alan, I'm surprised I didn't see you guys out and about yesterday. Everything all right? I got all my stuff into a store yesterday. It was this grand opening, which is fantastic. First thing I need to do is mark out where my end spots are, so I know how long to make these gussets. Oh, you picked up the chicks yesterday. Do you know what kind you got? That's always fun. You know what? Actually, I think I saw a post this morning from Jill on that. Morning, Ken. How are we doing today, brother? Yeah, picking up chicks is that's an all-day event. Three and 5/8, and I think I can do this down here with just a no, screw it, we'll do 3.5. 5 silver wide and knot and 5 gold wide and knot. I have no idea what those look like. I mean, yeah, they look like chickens, but had to screen the kennel where we have them because they were escaping. Yeah, they'll do that. They'll find any hole possible. All right, and that side is 2.5.
What? Do you have cookies in there?
Yeah, these are my cookies.
I have a cookie.
Just one.
Okay.
Run along.
What does all of the cookies do to me?
Too many will rot your teeth. So 3.5.
What is 3.5?
3.5.
Hmm?
2.5.
2.5?
And 7.25.
What is 7.25?
It's the lengths of these sides here. Watch out, buddy. Connor, please, you're very distracting this morning. Please stop.
No. Dad, what do you do to it?
That's what I cut all the earrings out of with, buddy.
So people can share them?
Well, so I can sell them, and then people can wear them.
I'll pop that one now.
You can try, if you'd like.
That was nice. Oops.
Yeah, that one's empty. Yeah, chickens will definitely find a way to escape any little thing possible.
Oops. That's an accident. See? It's an accident.
Well, you said you were going to, and I said, well, That one was likely to break anyways. That's why I left it in there. Why don't you throw it in the trash?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, I think I'll just do it as a solid thing. Yeah. Right?
No.
I'll do the sides as solid pieces and the bottom as a solid piece. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. So I need a piece that's 7 1/4, and I do 2 pieces that are 6 inches long.
But does this scratch? Is that a scratcher?
Yes, it is, buddy. This is called a scribe.
A scribe?
Yep. The point is made out of tungsten, and it's very sharp.
Yeah, it is. It's also pointy.
Mm-hmm. It's made out of the same material as my rings, tungsten carbide. So when you lay this on a piece of steel, and you strike a line or something, it puts a little scratch in there. So like, you know how I use that blue layout fluid? So it dyes the whole surface blue, and then I use my scratch awl here, the scribe here, to scribe in my layout lines so I can clearly see them. So I know where to bend, where to cut, where it has to be a soft bend, a hard bend, partial cut, where I need to put my holes. It's all thanks to this thing. Pretty cool, huh?
What does this do? What does this do, Doc? Is it a rougher?
Correct.
But this side is rough?
Mm-hmm.
Because you roughed some leather with
Yes.
that rougher.
Correct.
But the fabric scissors is different than this fabric thing.
Yep.
It's different than that.
So I had a bit of a failure on Friday. I was trying to make one of those mag locks. Eileen, good morning.
Good morning.
I was trying to make a one of those magnetic locks that Eric Klein makes. And speaking, just now that I have the scribe on my brain, you want to wave to the camera? And then are you going to leave me in peace?
No.
No? Okay. And I really took my time laying everything out. I polished my my little machinist vise. I polished the bed of my
Hi, toes.
of my
Goodbye, toes.
what you call it, of my drill press. Really
Hi, toes.
lubricated everything. Took very good care. You know, 2 days
Hi,
of
toes.
setting it up.
Goodbye, toes.
I'll be driving home from the store, so I can listen for now and chat when I'm done driving. All right. But yeah, the first thing is my machines are not that accurate or precise. So when I was drilling the way it's set up is you have 2 plates that are overlaid with a central post, and then around that, in a polar array, you have 6 smaller posts. In between the posts and the center post, you have magnets of alternating north-south. So when it's in one orientation, there's no magnetism. Everything is contained inside of the unit. But when you switch it 60 degrees to the other orientation, all the magnets, all the magnetic poles line up. You get a super strong magnet. So.
What is the boogie on your ball? What is that?
I don't know.
You do know.
Connor. So anyways, I got all these pieces laid out, and I was drilling the axial holes for where the magnets go. My drill bit kept running out. I mean, it was only 1/4 inch material. And then when I went to drill in all the radial holes, and I got everything assembled with the center post and the 2 bars, not all of my my through holes lined up. So I was very unhappy about that. Yeah, I was very unhappy. Good news, however. I met a blacksmith yesterday, a fellow blacksmith. No, buddy, I'm going to be using that table in a moment. You can't sit on any of the tables this morning. Maybe later today. I'm sorry, bud. So he has a mill and he has a metal lathe and stuff. So I'm going to see if I could maybe trade teaching him how to use a coal forge for him fabricating these parts for me. We'll see. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, it's very cool. So let me start working on these gussets, because this project, while it's simple, this guy here, there are so many small moving parts to it, and the order of operations to get everything so I'm not... Forgot about voice to text. So... Connor, you need to skedaddle.
I don't wanna.
Hey, do you want to go to Neiman's office today? Then you need to get out of here. Run along. Normally I don't mind him in here, but I have stuff everywhere and I'm trying to do a bunch of stuff and I'm on camera. So the order of operations on this is kind of messing with my head a little bit, because it's pockets inside of pockets and things around things. And I mean, I want to eventually get into making like bags and stuff for people, which I think would be great. However, this is a pain in the butt. So I need to figure out how to do the order of operations and how to get all this stuff done and together correctly, because so I need 2 6-inch pieces and 1 7 1/4, right? Yes. Yes. My mind is not too addled to remember these things yet. see what's in the scrap bin. And this is like 90% a scrap bin project. So you know, I both love and hate scrap bin projects because, one, it appeals to the frugal side in me. That yes, using a scrap bin, using your scrap bin is great. You already own all the material. Why not use it? On the other hand, it's frustrating because I'm trying to use everything efficiently and everything else, and it's just like yeah or no. So it's a little bit of a test of patience sometimes. All right. That one goes back into the bin. So I missed the first half. What am I making? Okay. So I'm making a custom tool holder. So I have the front of this wet molded, so it can have an acid brush, a set of channel locks, a pair of scissors, and a pair of bent nose pliers. The back pocket here is for a cell phone and a what you call it, like a set of earbuds. And the front bucket here that I'm making now is just going to be for like a random catch-all. It's for factory work, and what it's replacing is just a big open hip bucket. And of course on the back you have to have a thing for a belt loop. So it's all scrap material, so it's providing several interesting challenges, like like I said, just getting the order of operations on things correct is a nightmare, because before I could wet mold the pockets, I had to slick this edge and get that nice, because that's going to be so I need to slick all these edges and stuff prior to starting it, and then what am I going to have access to once I have this glued and sewn down together, and then what's the next step after that, and then that and that and that. So it's difficult keeping everything all together in my head, what has to happen next. But now that we're kind of moving along on it, it's more and more evident. And actually, the last thing I need to do is make the gussets to go around this, so that the front plate on here will sit out and form the bucket. Yeah. So in order to get this and to get it all dyed and everything the right way, I need to cut the gussets, stain the gussets, wait for that to dry, then stitch all the three sets of the gussets together so I can have that nice hard edge on the bottom, and then glue that down. I think to the base would be the easiest. No, because that way it will compress everything. So I'll stitch and glue everything down to this first, and then I'll stitch and glue it down to this. Yeah. So yeah, it's just, to hold the tools, keep that separate from the phone, and keep the tools kind of almost easier access, almost like a quick draw access, and then you can have the bucket for small incidental things that aren't, So, but this is a really lowball. I really lowballed this project specifically so I wouldn't go out and buy brand new material. So I'm forcing myself to make this into a scrap bin challenge, which, like I said before, I kind of love, kind of hate. And I'm going to do myself a favor and get a brand new blade. And at the corners here, I actually need to add a little extra. Where did I put my ruler? Oh, there it is. So I'm doing 7 1/4. So I should do 7 3/4. I'm making something. What are you doing?
I'm sitting here and watching you. Because this turns around. It turns around. It turns around. And then it screws on. Like that.
Correct.
It spins around and then
Where's my scissors?
And that's pretty neat.
That is pretty neat.
It can screw all the way on. It can screw all the way back on.
Can it now?
It can screw all the way back on. Then it can lower it. It's moving! It's raining! It's raining out there! Raining. It's raining on me! It's raining! It's raining everywhere!
Yes, it is, buddy.
It's raining!
So, let's see here.
Can I see too?
Not really, buddy. You gotta please give me some space while I'm doing this, because I'm trying to figure things out as I go. All right.
And I can move it
Let me get this edge. No, I need to get this straight line on this. And
Is this to take pictures?
that's to take video, buddy. It's a GoPro.
What are GoPros for?
Connor, you can't be right where I'm working.
Can you show me the GoPro? Can you show me it?
Connor, I'm working. So this means things need to stay out of my work area as much as possible. Okay?
Okay.
Please don't, Connor, don't play with it. No. I don't want you touching my cello unless I'm there with you. Out of the office. He's been very bold lately. Which, I mean, of course he would be. Because well, he's 3. And the kid is going to kid. So, got 2 square edges. So I need 6 inches, so I really need 6 1/4. And mark out 2 1/4 and 2 1/4. So the 4 1/2. And go up here. And that should do it. One and okay, and I think all my cutting is done. Maybe, possibly. This guy, let's see if I can keep my fingers from going black. Probably can, but.
Was the germ bacteria on your teeth, doll? Was germ bacteria on your teeth?
That's what you remove by brushing your teeth every night and every morning. They cause halitosis, or bad breath. And they can make your teeth rot out of your head.
And there will be a boo on your cheek and on your teeth.
Mm-hmm.
There will be a boo-boo on there.
One piece. Alan, that's awesome about the congrats on the earrings. They look amazing. Thank you! I was very excited to see them at my buddy's store. He had his grand opening yesterday. And it's always cool to see my products in somebody's store. Like, not only do I think they're good enough to sell, but somebody else thinks they're good enough to sell. And that just, you know, it really makes my heart happy.
What do you do with that? Do you rub some letter on it? What is this? What does that mean? What does it mean, doll?
What does what mean, child?
We're talking about this.
Uh-huh.
What does that mean?
I don't know. You tell me. What does it mean?
I know what it means.
Then tell me.
It does.
1. Do the edges.
What is the first day of spring?
The first day of spring, I believe, is Monday.
But spring is coming.
Am I right? Is the first day of spring Monday? I think it is. Yes, Connor, spring is coming.
Spring is coming, Dad. Spring is coming. Spring is coming. Spring is coming. No?
Sides. Yes. All right. Yeah. Eileen confirmed it with me, Connor. The first day, leave it alone.
No.
Out now. Well, Connor, you can't unless you learn how to behave and follow instructions. So when I tell you no, it means no. Don't play with it. Don't touch it. If you continue to play and touch with things that you're not supposed to, how can I let you be in here? That's fair, right? Now I'm going to let those dry for a good, I'm going to let those dry for a good hot minute and definitely put the lid on this. So I keep the small dye bottle, even though I have this big massive honker, because spilling this would be horrible and tragic. Spilling this, I might as well just go live in the woods. So yeah, let me let those dry for a good hot minute, then I'll sew the ends together, and then we'll get it glued onto here and get this punched and done and get this on there and finish up. But yeah, so it was super cool getting the earrings out into the shop, as well as, you know, my wallets and moleskin covers, and, you know, I have a couple cutting boards up there, bracelets, necklaces, the earrings, just a ton of stuff. So I'm happy. Quite chuffed, actually. Yeah. So yeah, I found the blacksmith, who is also a machinist. He has a mill and lathe and metal CNC and stuff. So he's going to help me get all those pieces made. correctly. So I think I was talking with him yesterday. He's having issue. So he started with a propane forge, and now he's trying to go to a solid fuel forge. So getting him acclimated to a solid fuel forge, I think I can, because there is a lot of nuance and small stuff about that where it'd be easier to have someone teach you than to learn on your own going backwards. So yeah. Yeah. So I love trading things with people. See, the die looks pretty good on the front. Not perfect, but pretty good on the front. On the back, though, it just looks like junk. I mean, on all of them, though. You see it's splotchy. I mean, it's the inside, so it doesn't matter that much, but it's one of those things that bug me, you know? Let me just hit all these front pieces again. I'm not so concerned about the inside, but I want the outside to, especially the visible areas, to really have a good dye on them. So let me hit these all with some dye just one more time. I know, since I'm doing through, all black, struck through color, or going for a struck through color, I could have dip dyed all these pieces, but I wasn't sure what size and shape everything had to be. And like I said, this is a scrap bin project. So I both love and hate it when clients want black dye, because you can't over dye the black. But it's very, very, very possible to under dye it. What time we got? 9:50. No, might as well just hit all these again, because these are all going to be visible faces, I guess. So. Yeah, that looks much better. Dyed a second time. So I'm not exactly sure what to talk about. We have the, today is the last day to submit names for the laser. And then later this afternoon or this evening, I'm going to be turning that over to my Patreons for the naming contest for a week. We got things like Dave, Laser McLaserface, there's like 10 or 12 names that I think are just hilarious. But we can only have one name. So later today I'm going to be turning that over to my Patreons, or my patrons over at Patreon. And
Mama, what are you doing? Mama, come here. Mama.
yeah, much better. Much better coloration.
Careful, buddy. No toys by the stairs, okay? You don't want to accidentally get hurt.
What happened if you get hurt?
Well, stairs are very, 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 very dangerous.
I want to stay in here.
I need to go potty very badly.
No, go potty.
Yeah, I gotta go potty.
I want to stay out here.
I know, but I gotta go potty real fast.
Look what this monster truck did. Watch what the monster truck did.
Okay, I'm coming.
What the monster truck do?
Let me see. Whoa, it jumps! That is so cool.
Watch it get it.
No, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay, now everything's done being dyed.
Look what the monster truck did.
Whoa!
All right. And no, my fingers didn't come out unscathed. No matter how careful I am, there's always some bleed over. And then, I mean, I'm still going to go over this whole thing again with dye on the outside. Because, I mean, this is... this face here needs to get re-dyed, and it also needs to get slicked down, and just a little touch-up on things, you know? I'm sure once I put the Resolene on here and really seal it and make it shiny and nice, it'll be pretty, you know? That's good. Okay. And calipers. Did a 1/4 inch, I think, on all of them. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So we're rounding up on the hour for the week. So tell me, guys, what are your projects? I know, Alan, you're going to be wrangling chickens or chicks for the rest of the week until you get them all settled in. Eileen, do you have anything new going on? Any fun little projects that you have working on, or? I wish there were a better way to keep glue. Okay, and let those sit there and get set up. Let's see, redoing a mermaid dragon scale tumbler due to not the right epoxy. Ooh. And finishing up a beta read for an author as well. Oh, that's cool. Then wall hangs for Easter, spring for the office. Awesome. We are running out of time. I want ideas for like funny signs and stuff that I could cut out of there. You know, like live, laugh, lay down, suppressing fire. Stuff like that. Because I think that's hilarious. I think stuff like that is just funny. You know, just like small little wall hanging cutouts or whatever. Let's see. All while planning a long weekend in Tennessee with Rich in under 2 weeks. Good luck. Good luck. I can tell it's still wet. Yeah, it sounds fun. No, that does sound like it'll be a fun time. Neck is killing me. Redoing a mermaid scale dragon tumbler. I mean, that sounds like a really cool project. I have a bunch of epoxy up there somewhere that I need to crack out and start doing some stuff. I need to make some molds first. I was trying a new epoxy and it just didn't work. Well, what was it? Was it a, did it just not cure right? Or, like, what epoxy were you using? I know West Systems 3 epoxy is very good. But I don't know if it'd be, right for you to use. Still tacky. Unicone epoxy. That sounds not fun. Oh my goodness, we are up on our time today. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in and chatting with me. I really appreciate you guys. Oh, and Alan, that's awesome about the chicks. Yeah, he just got a bunch, so that's gotta be fun. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. If you want to go over and help me decide on a final name for the laser, go over to patreon.com/Knightsmith. Even $1 a month will get you into the poll. And that'll be live sometime tonight. So yeah, we're gonna be doing, googly eyes and stuff on him, and we're gonna try and have a good time with it. So, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you for helping make this world better, one kerf at a time, and I'll see you next week.